Hi Aquarius. This is going to be a general message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to look at your current energy, the person in your energy, your current situation, outcome, advice, all that good stuff. So let's do it. Can we have the current energy of this Aquarius collective, please? Overall energy of this collective. Page of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Get one more. Six of Cups. I think you're starting something new, Aquarius. I think this is maybe something that you wanted to do for a long time, or maybe like a project from the past or a connection from the past. But I see you in a place in your life where you're at the beginning stages, obviously, with this Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. But with the Six of Cups here, it tells me that this is something that you've thought about for a long time or wanted to do for a long time. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Ace of Wands. So yeah, I think you're being very deliberate in how you're going about this. However, I think even though this is like a fresh start, it's not necessarily fresh in terms of the idea or the person or the place is not new. It's something that has ruminated or maybe holds significant value to you in some way, shape, or form, but I see you getting started on that. So we're gonna clarify these cards and then take a look at the other energies around you. Talk about the Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Three of Wands, Three of Wands. Oh, got that too. Strength and Queen of Wands. And then tell me about the Six of Cups, please. Magician, Page of Cups. Sorry, Page of Swords. Yeah, like I said, clarifying the Page of Coins, we have the Four of Swords. Clarifying the Three of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands with the Strength. And then clarifying the Six of Cups, we have the Page of Swords and the Magician. So I think you're in a place, I think you're in a very balanced state right now. I think you'll notice this for you if you are not, you're starting something maybe from the, maybe it's brand new, but for most of you I'm getting it's from, it's like an idea circling back around, but you're not feeling restless about it. Why? And you're not really feeling like there's conflict or anything. There's nothing bad going on, for lack of a better word. But I think you're starting this from a place of like not wanting to hold back anymore. I say that because we have the Strength and the Queen of Wands. And so it's like almost like opposing energy. It's a very like inspired, passionate, almost like combustive energy. It's really coming from an internal place of not only peace, but like exploration and self-realization and actualization. So I think you are beginning this chapter, or maybe reconnecting with someone, even possibly, but from a place of almost like a meditative state. With the Page of Swords and the Magician clarifying the Six of Cups, if you're restarting or reconnecting with someone, I'm seeing that it's like almost like a slow burn type of energy. Not necessarily slow burn, but it's not like jumping on it at once. It's recognizing that you're in the early stages of something, getting as much information as you need to make this reconciliation possible or reconnection possible, or if this is a work environment, you know, like picking back up the project, but also looking at all the pieces and saying, okay, we're gonna do it like this. Being rather strategic with the energy, which I think is good. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of coins, temperance, and the Knight of coins. So I think that you're kind of leaving behind any like past worries or doubts, and this is coming because you've been sort of filling up your own cup. And although this is maybe have been a slow process, I think you're in a really good space now where you can kind of just lay out all your cards on the table, no pun intended, and look at everything from a higher perspective, but also from a perspective of like, oh, I can do this. Like from a just, yeah, inspired, like hopeful, really like, almost like self-reliant sort of energy. But yeah, this is for my Aquariuses who are picking back up in an idea that they may have maybe forgot about, or reconnecting with a person that they haven't talked to in a while. Let's look at the person in your energy. Uh-oh. Just saw the world. Okay. Movies over here. Can you tell me about the person that this Aquarius collective is dealing with? I don't know. Seven of Swords. 4 Cups and the Fool. I think this person is maybe dealing with some self-esteem issues, or they could have potentially in the past. This is a person I'm seeing maybe who has problems with like self-sabotage, or maybe like a lack of faith in themselves. They may deceive themselves, which in turn deceives you, because if you're not being honest with yourself, you can't really be honest with other people. This person could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius placements. It could be a Gemini, Virgo. We also have fire here. We have all the signs, but for the majors, we have Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius. Okay, let's get a little bit more on this person. Why the 7 of Swords? Oh, I forgot to say, or it's okay. Ace of Cups. Okay, 4 of Cups, why? 9 of Wands. And what's the Fool? I think whoever you're dealing with, Aquarius, is sort of matching your frequency in a way. 3 of Cups, the Moon, 9 of Cups at the bottom. I think that they're sort of breaking out. I think this is a person who, you know, nobody's perfect, even if we all have flaws and tendencies. But I think this is a person who's realizing where they're stuck in their ways and where they sort of get in their own way. I say that because we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands clarifying the 4 of Cups. So this let me know that this is a person who is aware of their bad habits or self-sabotaging behavior, or, you know, just like pitying themselves in a way. But since we have the Fool clarified by the Death, that lets me know that this person is sort of really going through this internal but also external process of just sort of breaking out of these negative habits. And so maybe that's why, maybe they see you in this place of, you know, being refreshed and, you know, seeing what's out there and just maybe getting back to your old self, or getting back to the things that you used to do, but like now from a place where you can like really do them. It's almost like when you're like a kid, and you're like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna buy this, this, and that, and you get adult money or whatever, and now you can buy whatever you want. It's kind of like that energy on your side. And for their side, I'm seeing from them, they're sort of maybe seeing you go through this process of like reconnecting with yourself, or um, maybe reconnect. Maybe if you're reconnecting with someone, reconciling with someone, they see the work you put in and the place that you're at, and they're like, you know, I kind of want that for myself too. But they're not doing it in a way that's like, um, that's gonna take away from from the energy and time you've already invested into, you know, your own personal journey. I see this person as almost like using you as like an example or a guiding light in some respects. I think whatever this person is going through is a bit intense. Definitely like really, I wouldn't necessarily say ego death, but I mean it could be some sort of an ego death. But I definitely see this person kind of facing the music, but in a way that is like so they're holding themselves accountable for their own shortcomings, I guess. This person can also be a Scorpio with a death here. In the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Cups, the Moon, and Knight of Cups. So I think that like you and this person are in a process of reconnecting. I don't think everything is sort of. I think it's like more of a gray area right now. I don't think anything is black and white. I don't think any of you are like a yes or a no, or I don't think this connection. I feel like this is more of a reconciliation energy, but I don't think it's necessarily like it's cemented and where are we going to go from here. I think this is more of the early stages, and sort of figuring out where you guys align. Sorry, I'm getting a little brain fart. I'm gonna move these up. Okay. Let's look at their intentions and then the potential outcome. What if this is Aquarius reconnecting with the person? What are their intentions? What is the other person's intentions for reconnecting with Aquarius? 7 of Coins. Temperance. Oh, 2 of Cups. Okay, I actually really like this Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Cups again, Page of Wands, with the 5 of Cups. I think this person is really like in a stage of their life where they're like not necessarily making decisions, but planning to make their next steps. And I think a part of that next step, or a part of the chapter that they're moving in their life, they want you in it. And I think that, I mean, with the 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups on the bottom, I think that this is the person that you love, and definitely loves you back. I feel like the connection is mutual. I just think it could be a thing of like right person, wrong time, but now you guys are sort of getting back on the same page again. I really like the Temperance energy here too, because it shows like a really like wholesome, like they want, like they're happy if you're happy type of vibe that I'm getting. But I don't think this person has any negative intentions or is like gonna like try to undercut you in any type of way. And I really like the 7 of Pentacles energy here, because it's like a really like, it's coming from a really grounded place, and also like a performative analysis. Like they're being very intentional, I guess, with their reconnecting or coming back to you. So yeah, I strongly think this is for my Aquariuses who are reconnecting with someone from their past, who maybe at one time you or this person was too much in their own way, but now they're starting to get out of it and starting to come around to the idea of that, like, oh, I can't ask for help, or it actually does take 2 people to work together in a partnership. So let's see the potential outcome and then some advice. What is the potential outcome for this reconciliation? 4 of Coins. Hangman. Come on. Two coins. So I see this outcome as like a maybe energy. I don't think anything is necessarily set in stone, and I kind of said that earlier in the reading. I think in order for this reconciliation to be like a successful one, I think both of you guys are gonna have to want it, and both of you are going to have to like it's gonna take compromise on both sides. With the Four of Coins here, Four of Coins, Hangman, and telling me that like one or both of you are sort of stuck in your ways. I'm gonna say more on this side just because your energy seems to be a lot more like fresh and open just to the energetic flow of the universe. But I think that it's gonna take compromise, and it's just gonna take like the ability to have empathy for one another. And yeah, not such a, I mean, you are a fixed sign Aquarius, so not being more mutable and just having, just being open to like different possibilities. But yeah, I'm not seeing a hard yes or a hard no, especially with this Two of Pentacles here. It's like, it's gonna take both energies to really work together to sort of flip the narrative, take a different perspective, not stay stuck on who did what, or, you know, like, I don't want to say, you know, of course, don't excuse any like malefic behavior from especially the past, because I'm seeing this again heavily as a past person, but it's just going to take it's going to take time, but it's also going to take like loosen the grip a bit on both sides. So let's get some advice, and then I'll pull from my Moonology Oracle. Okay. Can we have some advice for this Aquarius collective? Knight of Wands. Two more. Eight of Coins. The Moon. I feel like before you make any decisions, don't rush into them. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the Chariot, which is like a more extreme version of this. But we have, for the advice, we have Knight of Wands, Eight of Coins, and the Moon. So I feel like, for one, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going in the direction that you're going in, because obviously it's working. I think whether or not you have people or a person around, you know, keep doing what you're doing. But it's giving like, think long and hard before you make any like sudden changes, or like, don't do anything out of impulse, but also don't get too lost in your own thoughts or emotions. Try to keep it grounded, and try to you want productiveness, especially I like I said, I really think this is a reconciliation, so only entertain conversations or ideas or thoughts that are productive. Try to be open to listening, and cross-watcher, you know, try to be open to listening to your Aquarius, you know, vice versa. It takes two people, obviously. But yeah, don't rush into any like thing that's gonna throw you out of your workflow or throw you out of this energy, because you had a really nice like sort of vibe in the beginning. So I think, yeah, just like allow, one, I think time will tell, but two, also just be patient with yourself and with this other person, and just, you know, it's gonna take balance between like wanting to have impulse, but also feeling this emotion. So, yeah, I think it'll be fine, Aquarius. I kind of like this reading a lot, actually. So we'll get some Moonology, and I'll let you guys go. have some Moonology for this Aquarius collective. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Exactly what I was saying. Emotions are running super high. We get one more. Believe in the impossible. So I think Aquarius, this is very much up to you. You seem to be like in this very like high manifestation, woe is me energy, but not like in an egotistical, like stick up your butt type of way, just in a very like, I think in this current place and time that you're in Aquarius, you have everything you need. The possibility of reconnecting with this individual is there, or going back to this place, whatever is there, however it resonates for you. I just think you need to kind of soothe the emotion that you're feeling by one, having faith, but two, just not being impulsive. So take your time, you know, go on a walk, go into nature, do what you need to do for yourself, and I think you'll arrive at the right decision. But I think either way, you'll be fine. And this person or environment that you seem to be reconnecting with seems to have genuine like feelings and intentions towards you. There just needs to be the practicality of it needs to be worked on. But other than that,